But an edited version where you took out that quarter second where it shows that one girl topless so that you could have a family version of it available on a future DVD release or Blu-ray release or 4K release, and then also have the regular version, Alan would be perfectly happy and he would have little to complain about.
You'd only get that if Disney got their hands on it.
Oh gosh, no, I don't want Disney to get their hands on it.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, I don't want
Be careful what you wish for with the monkey's paw.
Right, be careful what you wish for with the monkey's paw, but that's probably my least favorite scene. What's your least favorite scene?
Well, I'd hate to sound like a broken record, but it's that montage scene we were just talking about. It's so... I mean, it doesn't mean a thing to me.
It doesn't mean a thing. The first time I saw the aliens picking up poop, it was funny, right?
It was funny, but...
And I think any young kid would find that funny, especially their first time watching it.
Right.
But that was it.
Right, and I could really do without it. You could just really cut to the Stovitz scene where he's outside the mental hospital.
Right, because that's all we're transitioning to.
Right.
That's all we're trying to get to there, and it doesn't serve much.
Right.
Okay, let's get to our favorite actor, least favorite actor.
Yes.
All right.
There's so many favorite actors, really. It's a little bit hard. Everybody's a shining star.
There's a lot of shining stars. There's a lot of cohesion with the aliens.
Right. I love all the aliens. I feel like if you're going to say the aliens have to be like a whole.
They're almost a whole group. It's hard to kind of separate them.
Right.
Really.
I mean, you could separate Absid, but you can't really separate the rest of them.
Right. I don't really feel like any of them really shined above the others. I know Stovitz had the most lines, but it doesn't really matter because not all of those lines were perfect. Some of them were okay, and really, I think a lot of the physical acting just matches the rest of the group in style and context.
But then we have Michael Berryman, Chainsaw. Chainsaw is amazing. He has so many memorable lines.
He has memorable lines. He does a great job with the role.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely stands out in this particular role. Then we have other people. We have a lot of really fantastic extras throughout the movie that I think you can't under credit. You have Justine. No, but you have the firefighters. You have a lot of fun dancers that we've talked about, from Pink Shirt Mustachio to Ice Cream Man to the running lady with all the Baby Ruth bars.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
We have 1350 Primus. You know, you can't...
Right, Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. He is a great...
Totally disguising his voice and
giving a standout performance. And then you have Pia.
Yeah, Pia's amazing in this. I loved her in this.
Pia's fantastic.
She's got all the energy you want.
She has so much energy and she's so much fun. And we've made fun, but honestly, this is one of her best movies. Like, had this movie not been shelved, this movie might have done really well.
This was a cult classic just waiting to happen, and it would have happened a lot sooner had it not been shelved.
There's a lot of movies that I can think of that try and be like this movie.
And they fail.
That are in this distinctively same genre. Here, more modernly, we have a lot of those made-to-be bad movies. But they're not quite the same vein as the 80s made-to-be bad movies.
Yeah.
Like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. We like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And we like Return of the Killer Tomatoes, you know? And there's other movies in that same kind of vein that just are not as good as this one. And honestly, Attack and Return are not as good as this one. Buckaroo Banzai is another one of those movies where it tries to just be campy and ridiculous and throw things together, but it just doesn't do it that well. It's obvious it's what it's trying to do, and yeah, this movie's trying to be campy, but it's so cute and clever about it along the way.
Right.
That it just really is a delight. There was a certain expectation level we both had when we initially went in to watch this movie.
And it exceeded every time.
It exceeded every time, which was fantastic to have it not only just be, it was what we wanted, but then it was as good as it could be on that level.
Right.
You know, and then to just continuously give us what we want, finish up the storyline with Alison LaPlaca and Chainsaw.
Like that, I didn't see that coming.
It was just,
I thought there was like, oh, they're just gonna like, yeah,
end it right here, but no, no, everything really got wrapped up. To have all the different storylines converge in just that ridiculous way, there's not much more to be asked from this movie, I feel.
Except for the least favorite actors. Do we have least favorite actors?
All right, what are our least favorite actors in this movie?
I don't have many.
I don't have many.
And the ones that I do, I don't think it's really that much of a problem I have with them. I think Breather's a little extra.
I was going to actually say Breather failed to stand out in this movie where he's done well in other things before.
Right. Yeah. So the actor who plays Breather, Wallace Merck, has been in a few other things, My favorite thing that he's been in is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. He plays Bert. He's a part of the work troupe that is playing paintball in the woods. And then he's like all pissed off because a woman shot him. And he's like hacking away at the trees with the machete. And Jason sneaks up on him and kills him. But then he gets his machete. So, you know, I like that scene with him. He's also played a Goomba in Super Mario Brothers.
Right, which is a lot of fun too. Yeah, so he's been in other things that we like.
And RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 2. It's just not necessarily his best role. It's not that he's not given any lines in this. He just doesn't stand out with the physicality of the role. He's really just walking.
Right, and breathing.
Walking and breathing. He's
doing the thing he does.
Doing what he's supposed to do. That's what he was told to do, and he did it.
He did it. So we can't really fault him, can we?
Right. I don't think I have another least favorite actor besides that. Honestly, a lot of the people I really like, there's nobody that I found particularly...
Yeah, no, not really. I can't think of anybody else that
really stands out as a bad actor, you know? Like, what am I going to say? There's a point or two where Greg Bond gives a bad line, but also Greg Bond is one of my favorite of the aliens in a lot of ways, too. I like not just the way that he looks as an alien, but I like how he moves himself so robotically.
Yeah.
The dance number inside of the gym.
He reminds me of Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, the dance number in the gym where he is just popping the microphone in his hand and just
I love that scene.
shaking his butt. I love it. It's so great. It's so much fun. Alrighty, so with that, I think it's time to get on to our ratings section. Our bad movie, good movie ratings. Let's start off with good movie, shall we?
It's taking me so much not to say 10.
It's actually a really good movie. The thing is that it is low budget. It is very campy for a mainstream audience.
But it's intentionally campy, and it nails it sometimes.
It does nail it. It does a better job than Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and if you were to call that, where would you call that?
Right.
I mean, it leaves me almost as like, you have to at least put it as a 7 for a good movie.
I think that's where I was standing,
I'm trying to not be too generous because of how much we actually love this movie. You know? 7 or an 8, 7.5.
If I had to be really critical, yeah, I think that a 7 would probably be where it would land the lowest. I wouldn't really want to put it anywhere low.
Right. It depends on how much you hate fun. If you really hate fun, then maybe even a 6. You know, if you enjoy fun, it's definitely at least an 8 for a good movie scale.
Yeah.
You know, as far as how good of a bad movie is it, it's remarkably spectacular.
It is so rewatchable, and everybody loves it. Except for maybe all the people that Chuck and Sal tortured with their showing. It's so funny. If you only knew, I should have counted them. I should have counted how many Chuck and Sal reviews there were, but then again, I would have had to do a lot of searching. I know there was at least 6, 7, 8 Chuck Sal reviews. And they all were, like, complaining about it, right?
Very complaining, very angry at Chuck and Sal, from different people. And it leads you to wonder, A, did every single person that Chuck and Sal make watch this movie go and write a review on it as a 1-star review, as, like, a thing to do?
Right.
Or B...
I thought about that.
Right, I thought about that. That's a possibility. Funny. But then the other option is B... Or did Chuck and Sal simply force so many people to watch this movie?
And their reception is just the opposite of what we've been getting.
Maybe. You don't even know. You don't know how many people Chuck and Sal forced to watch this movie.
Right.
Maybe 95% of the Chuck and Sal viewers are actually positive 5-star reviews. You know, and they just don't reference Chuck and Sal as much as the negative reviews do.
Maybe.
You don't know.
You don't know.
But that being said, I think for a bad movie review,
it's a perfect movie.
It's a perfect 10 out of 10. It is a remarkably good bad movie that scores a 10 out of 10 in camp. It has good music if you're looking for a good bad musical, which, of course, we love. But this movie delivers on a lot of other angles, too. It has mild action, but it has good laughs, and it has a lot of ridiculous things to laugh at.
It's got eye candy.
It's got memorable catchphrases. It's funny.
It's got fun songs. It's got a lot of things going for it.
Right. Again, it's a hard movie not to sit down and watch and have fun with, unless you're one of Chuck and Sal's friends, apparently.
We have it on in the background, just in mute.
Right. We do. All right, everybody, with our good movie, bad movie review, that just leaves our roundtable wrap-up to leave us off. So before we get to that, hopefully you all know where to find us. If you don't, find us at Bad Movies Among Us on Facebook. Find us at bad_among on Twitter. Find us Bad Movies Among Us on Instagram. There's a lot of good reason to be contacting us with our social media accounts. We like to have 5-star and 1-star reviews at the beginning of our episodes that we scour the internet for, but we would prefer to get them from you. If you come up with good 5-star and 1-star reviews, we will happily post them on our next episode. And we will post what episodes are coming up before they come up, so you'll have a chance to watch them and review them, and maybe be a part of our next coming up episode. We'd love to have you guys contribute. And if you'd like to contribute a little bit more to this show, we'd love to have you join us on Patreon. Every dollar really makes a huge difference as far as our next episode. We put a lot of effort into every episode that we bring to you guys, and we're trying to bring you the best content possible. Right now, we're only on a 12-episode release schedule, but we'd love to bring you more episodes. That is, after all, our goal. And the sooner we can do that, the better. If you'd like to help us reach that goal sooner, then please find us on Patreon. And with all that being said, we want to give one last final thanks to Rhema for joining us on this episode.
Yes, we'd like to extend our thanks to Jeff Casey and Marc Jackson. Thank you so much for all the information. Without your support, we would never have been able to do this episode. It was shrouded in mystery before this.
There was a lot of mystery, and the episode was originally going to be a mystery piece. And the truth of the fact is, Marc Jackson and Jeff Casey provided us with a tremendous amount of information on the band and on the production process, and allowed us to peer through the veil of fog that originally clouded this movie and bring you the episode that we have here today. Not only are we very thankful for them, we'd really like you guys to go and check out some of their music. So go check out Marc Jackson at his My Rich Friends project. Or go check out Rhema on iTunes and listen to their new album, Shine. It's some good stuff, guys.
Yeah, it's great.
And with that said, let's get down to our roundtable wrap-up, shall we?
High five!
Bend your head and roar.
Jeez, that's not cranberry sauce.
Watch me.
So today is March 14th. It is my brother's birthday, so I would like to wish Kyle Moniz a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kyle.
Yeah, I hope you have a great day.
Hoping you have a great birthday. We miss you over here.
We do. We miss you so much, and the cats do too.
Yeah, the cats miss you guys a lot. So what have we been up to, Nohea?
Well, Uncharted released last month, so I've been just plowing through all of my Uncharted games, because I've just been living off that Uncharted glow.
Right? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I've been playing Donkey Kong Country 2 on the original Super Nintendo and occasionally on the Wii, because sometimes I'm too lazy to boot up the Super Nintendo.
Right.
It's a bit harder than the original one, so it's been a fun one for...
I know, Donkey Kong Country 2 is the hardest of them, I think.
I've been looking for some original kind of platforming struggle, and it's hard to find that outside of, like, the Mario Maker context, which just goes too
right,
far
and
with
then
it.
everything else is going to be, like, a Souls-like.
I'm looking for platformer. I'm not looking for Kaizo. Donkey Kong Country 2 is fantastic.
Yeah.
Lost Level 2 is fantastic, you know, but it's also been, like,
It's
25,
just simple
30
but
years.
challenging platforming.
Yeah, I want more of that. I want more of that in my life. You know, Super Meat Boy was a great game, but then they made a sequel, and we're not going to talk about that. Right?
We're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about that unless we do an extra media episode on the Patreon about bad games. Like,
That'd be a fun one. Support us on Patreon. I want to talk about bad games.
Right. That is another thing we'd like to bring you guys in the future. We definitely will be bringing you in the future on the Patreon account. Is we're going to be doing all of our extra bad media reviews on the Patreon. So that's where we'll be doing bad books, bad series.
Oh, we have a good bad book for you.
Oh my, we have good bad books for you. We have one in particular that really has inspired the bad book series.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
it's
man.
called The Hawkline Monster by Richard Brodigan. It is a remarkably offensive narrative.
Oh, yeah.
We will bring it to you on the Patreon account on one of our Bad Books episodes in the future.
It will probably be the premiere one.
It will probably be the premiere Bad Books, or even the premiere Bad Extra Media episode, because, again, it's
that bad.
It's that bad. Oh, it's cringe. It's cringe like music is cringe.
Yeah, I think I was reading...
You're going to be shocked and appalled, but not able to stop. It's like looking at a bad train wreck.
I was quoting every other page to you, I think.
Oh my gosh, I know. It was just... It is an amazingly... Again, we'll bring it to you. We also have, like we said, other bad media that we don't want to necessarily bring to you on Bad Movies Among Us, but we would like to bring to you anyway. We have bad reality TV shows that have come to us throughout the years that we'd like to bring to you. And we have bad TV shows that we've seen
Oh,
before.
right, that one.
They just don't quite fit in the same context.
Yeah. We're looking at you, Taxi Brooklyn.
We're looking at you, Taxi Brooklyn.